join the 28-hour SQL Server Masterclass on the Udemy platform for only $15 instead of $89. Learn how to become a future developer or either a future DBA or performance expert on SQL Server with 150 exercises. The link to the promotion is in the video description. Okay? Want to get started on SQL Server? Then join me. The in and not in determine whether or not a specified value matches a value in a list. We will see the syntax. For the not in, select from my table contact where name not in bit. The where not in bit will not take the value bit in my query. Okay? But if I put select from my table contact where name in bit, it will take the value bit in my query. That's the difference between in and not in. We will see also is and is not null. Okay, they are used to select null values or not. Null correspond to a value that is nothing. It's a kind of marker on SQL that specifies that the value is null. Okay, that there are no value in this column. So null and not null is a query that will be used very often on Transact SQL. You also have a lot of tables that we have null or not null values. The syntax is select from my table. Okay, so here I say to my my date of birth colon, you going to get me the values that are not null. To remove the not, just put is null. Okay, at the end, to look for null's value in the date of birth column. To make it clearer, let's see all in the demonstration. Okay, demo. Int, not in, is, and is not. We'll use our database formation as usual, use formation. We will remember the values we have in the contact table. We have 15 rows as usual with Michael Jackson and Bruce Willis. And if I want, for example, just the name Clooney in my query. Let's make a zoom. The name Clooney. We can do select for my name, my table contact, where name in with parentheses, cut, Clooney, parentheses, and cut and another parentheses to close in. Okay? Let's play this query and just Clooney, George. Okay? The equal and the in are the same. Okay, we can change this query and type Clooney with a cut. It's better. We have the same result. Okay, but we will see that the in has other specificity right after. And if I want just only want woman in my request, we will then use the not in. Let's execute this query, and here I have only women who appear in my query, gender female. Okay, not in, and we have only just the female gender who's appear in my query. Not in means that I don't want to take this value. So, as I told you before, you can put several values
in the in. Okay, if I put the in or the not in, so in this example, don't take me the values Stone and with the comma and DiCaprio. Okay, so don't get me this value. Okay, I don't want this value in my query. If I run this query, I have only, for the zone, 30 rows. Normally we have 15 rows. Now we have 13 rows in my query. Okay, and if I change the not in by the in, the two rows with the in, stones and DiCaprio, which appear here, DiCaprio and stone, with the value, with the clause in. The null. As I explained in demonstration just before, SQL considers that the null value represents nothing. It's a kind of marker that will say that this field is not filled in. Okay? So we will insert a new line. In this line, we're going to insert this value, Portman Natalie. Okay, with 25 years old and female, but we specified the null value here for the date of birth. Okay, so the last value of this row will be null. There is no value entered for the date of birth for Portman Natalie. Okay, one row of 18, and what does the select give for Portman? You can see that date of birth is null. So in my query, I want date of birth that not null. That's to say, filled in. Okay. So my request, my query will be select from my table where date of birth is not null. Okay, it's quite simply to write, and you can see that the values Portman Natalie is not appears. Always 15 rows. And if we want the date of birth which are not filled in, select from the top where date of birth is null. Okay, so I want to see where the null value has filled in. So in my query now I have Natalie Portman which have the date of birth is null. Okay, so you can see that the syntax is not very difficult to memorize. So there you go. It was about these 4 little operators that you will often see in Transact SQL. In, not in, is, and is not null. Okay, come on, let's go to the exercise.